Good afternoon everyone, my name is Septa Araya Rahmadanti. In this video, I will talk about emotion. This house supports the 6:30 a.m. school start rule for high school students in Indonesia. In this video, I will talk in government side and opposition side. So, enjoy the video. Good afternoon everyone. Today, the government firmly supports the motion this House will support the 6:30 a.m. school start rule for high school students in Indonesia. Why? Because starting school at 6:30 a.m. helps instill discipline, improve time management, aligns with national productivity goals, and help reduce traffic congestion, all while still being possible with lifestyle adjustments. Let me walk you through our three main points. The first one is discipline and time management. The current generation faces a crisis of discipline. Social media, late-night gadget use, and irregular sleeping patterns are hurting not just health, but learning habits. By implementing a 6:30 a.m., we are not only waking up students early, but we are training them to prioritize their time, sleep, and daily tasks. Yes, it's hard at first, but over time, waking up early helps build strong characters and responsibilities. Many successful people like business leaders or athletes wake up early to maximize their day. If we want future leaders, we need to start with better time habits. And also, earlier schools end earlier. If students start at 6:30 a.m., they finish by around 1 p.m. Leaving time for rest, prayer, family time, part-time work, or extracurricular activities. That's a more balanced day. And the second, national competitiveness and educational efficiency. In developed countries like Japan, South Korea, and Singapore, early school start times are norm. Why? Because early routines are associated with better focus and higher performance in standardized tests. In Indonesia, where education is still struggling in quality and consistency, we need to maximize instructional hours. Starting earlier means more time for core subjects before fatigue sets in. Furthermore, this aligns with our broader national goals under the Merdeka Belajar program. We are teaching students not just to memorize but to manage their life, starting with how they manage their morning. And the last, traffic management and social order. Let's not forget the urban crisis of traffic. In cities like Jakarta, Bandung, or Medan, everyone is on the road between 6:30 to 8 a.m. Parents, teachers, workers, and students. This leads to congestions, pollution, and lost time. With the 6:30 start rule, students will travel earlier, easing the traffic burden during peak hours. This benefits not only students but the entire population, including workers and families. The policy is not only about education but about urban management. Now, the opposition may say this harms students' health, but let's be clear, the problem is not the start time. It's the lack of sleep hygiene. Many teenagers stay up late scrolling TikTok or watching YouTube. If we improve sleep education, encourage digital curfews, and the enforced homework limits, students can sleep early and get enough rest. Also, they may bring up rural students who travel far, but this is exactly why schools and local governments need to provide better transport options, like school buses or community pickups. That's a logistic issue, not a reason to reject a beneficial policy. In conclusion, this is not a policy to punish students. It is a policy to prepare them. Early starts bring structure, discipline, and better productivity, all while benefiting the public at large. We urge the House to support the 6:30 a.m. school start rule. That's all. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Honorable judges, respected government team, ladies and gentlemen. We strongly stand in opposition to the motion this House supports the 6:30 a.m. school start rule for high school students in Indonesia. While we acknowledge the government's good intention, we believe in this policy is counterproductive, scientifically unsound, and socially inequitable. Our case will focus on three main areas. The first one is science and sleep. First and foremost, numerous scientific studies, including those by the American Academy of Pediatrics and World Health Organizations, confirm that adolescents have natural sleep cycles that begin later and later and later, forcing them to wake at 4:30 or 5 a.m. to arrive by 6:30 disrupts their circadian rhythm. Sleep-deprived teens suffer from decreased concentration, impaired memory, and higher risk of anxiety and depression. In short, waking them early doesn't improve learning, it sabotages it. The government mentioned discipline, but discipline cannot come at the cost of health. Would we ask the sick student to attend school for the sake of being on time? Of course not. And second, mental health and learning readiness. Students arriving at school at 6:30 a.m. often exhausted, unfocused, and irritable. This leads to lower academic performance, poor classroom engagement, and even increased school absences. How is that productive? Instead of creating high-performing students, this rule will create burnout learners, especially in the regions where students already face pressure from tutoring, house chores, and long commutes. In a country like Indonesia, where mental health stigma is still high, this policy risks increasing silent suffering among teens who feel overwhelmed and unsupported. And the last, practical inquiry. Let's talk logistics. Students in rural or remote areas often have to walk or ride unsafe public transport to get to school. Some have no street lights, no public buses, and live miles away from school. Starting school at 6:30 means leaving home before sunrise alone, and often without proper breakfast. Also, not every household can afford electricity, internet, or a healthy night routine. The policy unfairly punishes lower-income families who cannot support early morning preparation. Let's not build education policies that favor the privileged while neglecting the vulnerable. The government says this works in countries like South Korea and Japan, but those countries also provide safe transport, strong student healthy system, and well-managed school. Can Indonesia guarantee those same conditions for every child? They also argue traffic will improve, but why should student health be sacrificed for better traffic? There are smarter solutions like staggered school start time, improving public transit, or flexible schedules. In conclusion, this policy is biologically damaging to teens. It harms mental health and reduces motivation. It is unrealistic and inequitable for students in rural and low-income communities. We urge this House to reject the 6:30 a.m. school start rule and instead focus on evidence-based, student-centered reform. So that's all. Thank you.